Hey, you're welcome to the Sunpon Global TV. I welcome you today again for this special business conversation. And today we are going to have the conversation on how can conscious networking increase and improve your business, my business, and all that we have to do with business venture. And coach of today is Francois Visage from the Francois Visage industry or again company. I invite you, ladies and gentlemen, to join the conversation. Invite your friends, tag someone. Thank you for being my guest today. My name is Vera Sampon, and we're meeting shortly after the jingle. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining the conversation today. How can conscious networking improve our business? Today, we are having Francois Visage from the Francois Visage Gesicht Masken. Francois, you're welcome again to the conversation today. The last time we started the conversation on how can business and how can conscious networking improve our business venture. And today we are having the part two of it, and you're welcome to this conversation. It's always a privilege to have you. This is your platform. Tell us more about who you are and how can conscious networking increase and improve business venture. Thank you for joining.
Thank you very much, Vera. Thank you for having me again. Good evening again. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our fifth business conversation. Welcome to this part of a very, very important uh, conversation on how can conscious networking increase and improve business venture. So I am your second guest host today. So if you are watching us for the first time, my name is Francois Chukwemeka. I am a professional handling agent at the airport. I am also the designer and the author or the owner of the trademark Francois Visage. I am the author of the novel J. Rome, the Tauka und die Geister from Manjo. I am also the co-programmer of oboso.duel24.com that I'm doing with the engineer Clovis Yemu. So before going to the main theme of our today's conversation, so let me brief you on what we did on the first part 1 month ago. So we decided what network and networking is all about, which is being part of a community, association, church, community. Vera and I discussed of some example on how business could increase or growth our all what we are doing in life. So having a network is, first of all, where you meet people. Two is where you meet also people who think like you, people who support you, people who can trust you. And then four, it is also where you meet people who would like to know what is in the town or what is on, as they used to say, or what is en vogue. So we define what is networking. And we used to repeat this all the time. All those places where you meet people, church, where you meet with your friends, with your members of your club, and some other members of what you do, even if you are a member of what German people call Handwerk, it is craft workers, or lobby groups, or what they call also here vitamin B, which is friendship. So Vera asked me who can be part of a network. Then I answered everyone. And after she said also why. And then I said, because network business is very, very important nowadays, because there has been a shift on how to define network, from network to networking, and from networking up to network marketing. Why? Because the amount of network marketing has grown up these past years. Many Africans, Asians, Europeans, Americans, they have joined the network marketing to increase or to boost their wealth. It is true that not all of them are somehow beneficial of the way networking was working the past 10 years or before, being part of a meeting or being part of a group or being part of a club. But today, network marketing has turned into another thing. So why not use this opportunity to tell the new generation that they can use network marketing also to fight against poverty, and also to fight against misery, or even to help people around them to become wealthier.
Thank you very much, Francois. We can use network marketing to become wealthier, and we can use network marketing to eradicate poverty. This is Francois Visage from the Francois Visage Disease Mask. And today we want to understand how can conscious networking increase and improve business venture. Francois, tell us more about network marketing. What is that? And how can we use that to eradicate poverty or again create wealth, like you just mentioned?
Exactly. So, as I already said, network marketing has changed from ordinary network to a kind of distributing network using all the social medias we are having today to do business. You know, today you don't need to be somewhere to sell your goods. You can stay at home and then bring people together who are in need of something, and you try to serve them by also using many other channels to get the goods to them. So this is network marketing, and you see it in our branch, in our cosmetic branch, where people who are very far away are looking for something they can use. Our case, for example, using our product to, you know, take care of their skin, or to prevent things like razor bumps or any type of skin diseases. They don't need to come to me, or they don't need even to go to a special or a particular shop to get my products. What they need to do is just either to contact me via the different types of channels we have, and then I will tell one of a member of my team to send a product to this or to that person who is maybe somewhere here in Germany or in Europe or even in Africa. By the way, let me use this opportunity to tell you that in case you see one of our business angels in Douala who is also doing uh, uh, normal marketing that we used to do before, which is presence marketing, don't please hesitate to listen to what she will tell you, and then do not also hesitate to support the project, because these angels are part of what we call our share economy. We are going to discuss more about that in one of our business conversations. So, network marketing is just being in a place and then doing business with many people by using many channels. It starts with the laboratory of a renowned firm, which is somewhere here in Germany, giving them all the ingredients maybe your grandpa or your family was using or were using long time ago, and asking them to work with you. You don't even need to be there. All you need to do is just to pack them here, send it to them, and let the experts work on it. And from there, you start communicating with them. And at the end, you get a very tremendous result. And this is what I and my team we did. So I didn't even need to meet my producer more than 4 times, or I didn't even need to meet my graphic designer more than 2 times to have all what you are seeing here. And as I said, this is what we just want to veiculate around us, to let the new generation understand that we have to go through this channel if we want to make things change.
Thank you very much, Francois. If we want to make things change, then we must go through the networking channel. And you said networking business is having diverse systems to be for selling our services or again our product. In the last years, Francois, I have discovered that people make a whole lot of money with marketing business, network business,
Mhm.
and I'm discovering that it is a lot in the Western world, and but it is not yet arrived somehow in the continent. What do you think could be the reason why networking business works well here in the Western world? We know of many products that are being sold in a network way, and many of the people from the continent, the Africans, the diaspora, they also make use of this product, right? They use it, they buy it in these networks, and yet you realize that when it starts from us, it's very difficult. What is the magic behind the network business? What's the magic? What makes it that it's so successful, especially those who are the top? What makes that magic?
Thank you very much, Evera. This is a very important question. Um, Let me start with what you with the first part of your question.
Mm.
Why doesn't network marketing work very well back home or in Africa? It is just because our cities, first of all, are not well. Uh, um, uh, in Frenchman, we say
Demarcated.
cartographié. Exactly, yeah, they're not well
Mm.
mapped. Let us take the case of Cameroon. When you come even to the city where I was born and bred, we don't have a typical address for the different quarters. When I was there, we only have quarter one, quarter two, quartier un, quartier deux, quartier trois. That wasn't good for the future, because for a good network marketing, we need cities who are well designed and also who are well a Frenchman will also say cartographié. Huh? Exactly.
Yeah, but wait a minute.
Mapped. They are well mapped.
Well
Exactly.
mapped. Okay. Hmm.
Yeah. They have to.
But Francois, wait a minute. But other products come into Cameroon and they work well.
Exactly. Yeah. This is the specific part back home, because um, the countries who did well in marketing are countries who were well organized. That was just the first part,
Okay.
mapping a city. Secondly, now the infrastructure. If you don't have good roads, you cannot order something here in Germany and then they come and deliver it easily within 1 or 2 days, which is maybe the case here in Germany or in some places in in the United States or in Asia. So we have to rebuild our infrastructure. And then third, we also have to uh, also see the system of education we have back home. We also have to revise it, give the opportunity to young people or to people to understand how the world is going right now, because we need that to have a better network marketing. So let us come now. Why is it so fast? Or why did network marketing went fast this past 10 years? It is just unbelievable. The first time I was sitting in my amphitheater, a young professor was just 35 years. He was telling us that soon we will not even need to go to a big uh, electronic company to buy a software we're going to put in our computer. Then we were laughing. Yeah, I'm telling you a story of 1996. So we were laughing. But this is what we are all experiencing today. So before, you used to travel somewhere to go and get a software you come and install on your computer. But nowadays, you just sit down, just press 2 or 3 buttons, and then you get what you want to have. That's why it was so fast. The same thing too, like right now, if you are sitting somewhere here in Germany, and at the end of this conversation, you just send me an SMS. You say, Francois, I need your product. You will get it tomorrow or next tomorrow. If you say you need it and you are back home, what I will ask you to do is just to ask my partner who is taking care of that in Cameroon to send you the product. The speed will not be like here. Why? Because we don't have all this good infrastructure. So this is now also a call or an appeal to those of our mates who are now taking over back home. Please make sure you construct better infrastructure so that we'll try to close the gap we have between some of our countries and some other countries who are emerging or emerging this past years. So, Vera, I hope I've given a slight answer to your question. The first one was to know why doesn't network marketing work back home as it is here?
Mm,
First,
mm,
infrastructure. Two,
mm,
mapping of our cities. And then three, bringing, changing the system of education, how
mm,
to educate people, how
mhm.
to do business the coming years. And then second part of your question was, why is it so fast? It is so fast because everything is now digitalized. And the unbelievable part of it is that there are many things who are going to be automated. And this is also now an appeal to all those who are around us. Please let us work together, because whether we like it or not, in the future, many people are going to lose their jobs because many things will be automated. So if they are automated, you will lose your job. So
Tell
if
us more about this automation. Tell us more about automated, because some
ah
people are here and there. You're talking about automated. Now,
yeah,
this is entering deep into the business marketing world where everything is now put like a robot. Tell us more about that so that those who are here or those who are going to watch after can understand what it means
yeah,
automated.
yes, we can just take a simple example. When we just came to Germany, um, we didn't have all those machines that used to um, clean our house. Yeah, we used just to see them in big companies. But nowadays, you have very small machines. Yeah, you can just program and let them in your parlor while you are doing something somewhere. The machine will now clean the whole parlor. I don't know if you are getting me right now. So this is just a small example. So when you come also to, for example, our level, when I started at the airport, we used to have tickets. Those tickets were one side was red and the other side was um, let's say maybe green or white. But with time now, you didn't need to go to a traveling agent, see, to buy a ticket that you will come to the airport, give to me, and ask me to check you in a plane. No, you can stay at home, buy a ticket, confirm your departure, do the check-in, and then just come to the airport with your QR code that you will just scan. Because even there too, there are some entries that have been automated so that when you just come, when your plane is boarding you, all you need to do is just to scan your QR code, and then a door will open and then you will continue. So this is just a simple example. But when I started at the airport, we used to be 4 people to do this job. But now you can even do it alone at the gate, for example.
I mean, things are running so fast, the journey, things are running so fast, and we really have to get into business. Now, let me get back again to the question of the African continent and marketing. Now, we were talking about, you said that we have lack of infrastructures. We don't have the good infrastructures that can make network marketing efficient in the continent. That notwithstanding, what I observe, there are a lot of products that come into the country and they're network businesses and they're functioning. The question is, what has happened? What did they do? Despite the fact that we have lack of infrastructures and all these products that come from China. There's one, I mean, product that's now being used all over Cameroon. And then we have also products that are from here. I don't want to give any names because we are not doing any of their publicity. But these
Mhm.
products are being also sold in the continent, or again, precisely in Cameroon. How do they manage to do that?
Yes, the problem is that when you see the rate or the percentage of people who are benefiting from that, this percentage or this rate is very, very, very low. And when we started this project, when I started supporting the Sumpom Global TV, we even advised many people to keep following. Very nice idea. We wanted, to fight against general poverty or misery. We want to give the opportunity to people to benefit, or to a high amount of people to benefit from what we are doing. So all these things you are saying, it is true. When you go back home, you have all of them. I could remember about 15 years ago, there was a man that came to Lagos and said, if there is something you can find somewhere in the world you can't find in Lagos, come and see me and then I will give you 1 million. Nobody could bring out something somewhere he could not find in Lagos. But the question is, the thing you find in Lagos, you can't find it also somewhere in the far northern part of the country, or maybe in the south eastern part of the country. So what do we want to do is just to let people understand that we need all those infrastructure so that when people will need something, then it will be in a huge amount, and it will also be affordable to everyone. I don't know if you've been shocked as I am when I saw a picture where they were showing some children, sitting on the floor listening to lesson, and not far from there, they were introducing or presenting a big lorry carrying big woods they were trying to export somewhere here in the Western world. So these are some discrepancy I personally would like to fight against, to have a kind of, well, as I used to say, natural balance. When we have to have something, it is true, you can have everything you want, everything you need, but it has to be a huge amount. Many people have to, benefit from it. That's the point.
Many people have to benefit from it. Thank you very much. Now, but let's still stay on that marketing, network marketing. Um, I have hardly met people with African descent start up their own network marketing. Why? What could be the problem? I mean, even in the diaspora.
Yes, this is why I'm saying that we also have to look in or deep in our educational system. Yeah, I've said it before. Our educational system promoted only, individuals, didn't promote working together or teamwork. So
Mhm.
please, people who are out there, I know you are listening to us, people who are in charge of our educational system, something like that. Please make sure we change that way of seeing things. We don't need people who just recite things from day to day,
Mm.
something like that. We
Mm.
need people who innovate. So we have to change our system of education. I could remember
Mhm.
the first time I did my first promotion in an African festival. All those Africans who were coming, they will not even come and ask what I was doing there.
Yeah.
Then it looked too modern. They couldn't believe that an African man was behind this project. They would just come and just walk around till they started hearing that, oh, this is one of our brother who is doing this. And from there, they started coming and asking me, how did you do that? How is it possible? Where did you get the money for that? Or something like that. And this makes me brings us to the next point, because people will keep asking, how did you manage to do that? Come together, yeah, work together, and then you will see. We will try, or we'll do our best to close the gap. So that's why some of our brothers and sisters don't work together, because of educational system. They wanted to know who is the best in the class, who will have the best notes or something like that. We didn't work together. It was difficult to see children who did a common project together.
But what
Although,
is it? Why? What makes it difficult? We're now in the diaspora, and we have always spoken about the challenges of working together. That it is really difficult, and
yeah,
I'm very worried about this, because if we want to achieve real success and real long lasting success, then we have to start thinking and breaking through and breaking out of the box in which we have put ourselves. What are
exactly.
the things that really makes us not able to work together, especially when I look at the diaspora, with all the privileges that we have, with all the opportunities that we have? You can't do my job and I can't do your job. And even
That's
if we are good, no matter how good we are, there's an area where you will not be able to do like I can do, and on the other way too. So there's an area that only you can do. There's an area where only you have the information. What is happening that even on this how many centuries we are still talking about
exactly.
working
Yeah.
together?
I will take one of your words. You say we are privileged, and
Mm,
this is one of our biggest problem. I read a book. Before I couldn't explain it to people, but there was a book I read that really gave me the opportunity to explain it in a simple way to people around me. So this book wrote about the story of a small town in the state of New York called Ithaca. So in this small town, you had a university, and this university has brought out many Nobel uh, winner, and at the beginning, you had a train that used to go to the city by all weathers, whether it was raining, whether you have storms, or whether it was snowing, the train would keep, traveling. So at the time, people started becoming rich, and every person bought his vehicle. And then the railway company went bankruptcy and then closed. Then the next winter, there was a winter storm, and nobody could travel to that city. So Mr. G.R. Khan, who was a sociologist who wrote about this phenomenon, called it the the tyranny of small decisions. Yeah. Uh, or in German, read the book in German. It was Die Tyrannei der kleinen Entscheidungen. This is our main problem in the diaspora. Every person will just talk on his own would think that, oh, since I'm now a doctor in philosophy, or I'm a doctor in machine bio, or I am this, I am now earning about 200,000 in the month. I don't need others. So every person will take a decision on his own, and then after many years, we'll find out that we're not moving. That's the main problem. We have to come together, work together. Yeah. There's this anecdote I used to tell many people. I will repeat it, not because maybe I'm suffering of dementia or something like that, but just because it is the resume of what is our problem. When I brought this out, I spent a lot of money for the first production, and there were only 4 pieces. So I took it. I went to one of my best friends. I said, "Hey, see how far I've gone. What I need from you now is that let us work together and push this product." And then what did he do? He went to his bathroom and brought another product of a renowned company, which was even 2 times the price of my product, and say, Francois, see, this is what I'm using. I'm not using things like yours. But the good thing is that with time, he understood that I was taking him to another level. And this is what the diaspora has to understand. If you have among you some people who are real visionaries, these are people who are thinking very far, who know that maybe in 10 or 20 years, this is what is going to happen. Most of the time, they don't listen to them because they don't come to meetings to be discussing about their wristwatch or their shoes or their shirt or their coat or something like that. They talk about real thing we need. So that's the problem of the diaspora. The tyranny of self-decision, or
Tyranny of self-decision.
yes,
Oh, well, so that's a confusion when we all have to decide alone.
yes,
Mm, confusion, but it's very detrimental, and I think that maybe it goes back again to the pattern in which we grew up. But actually the continent and the history we know is that we're a collective group of people. We are networkers actually. So but
exactly.
we are
Very
both
important.
networkers.
Yes, and I have to tell you the story. One of my best friend even sent to me last time.
Mhm.
It was unbelievable. I was also looking of a story, as you know, when I'm invited, people are always happy
Mm,
to listen to the last anecdote I will tell them, or the last story. So
mm,
Dano was my best friend at the University of Nigeria in Suka, who really helped me to get a room in a hostel at
mhm,
Mbanefu. So Dano, thank you once more for that time, and thank you again for the last story you sent to me. So what did Dano
mm,
wrote? He said when you put red and black ants in a cup,
mm.
and you leave them, they will live in peace. But if you shake the bottle or the cup like this
Mhm.
and you watch them, they will now start attacking one another.
Another. Mhm.
Okay. So this
Why?
is the problem we have in Africa.
Why would they attack one another?
Yeah, the ants, yes. Yeah.
Why?
Why?
What is the
Yeah,
reason behind?
because you as a woman being, you came and shake them like this.
Mm,
And then this gave the impression that the neighbor is dangerous. So they
mm,
started attacking one another.
mhm.
So this is the problem we
Can it
have.
be that? Can it be that we are really afraid? We insecurity could also be the reason that
No,
we are unable to work together.
no. The real reason is, as I told you, you said it yourself, that normally we work together. If you see how our
We're
family
collective.
was,
We're collective
we're very,
group
very
of
connected.
people.
So what happened? I think 1885, I think, or was it when after the Congress of Berlin, they came and then
Mm,
split Africa. So for those of us who started doing long journey when we were about 2.5 years or 3 years ago, when you go from Cameroon to Nigeria, when you arrive at Ekok, is the Cameroonian side, you go after the you just cross the border, and then you're at Anfum. You won't believe it. These people, they speak the same language, they have the same culture, they do the same thing. But just because they were divided, this person will say, "Ah, no, I'm a Cameroonian, I have to fight for Bakassi." This other person will say, "No, I'm in Nigeria, I have to make sure Bakassi would be divided or should not go to other people." So there was somebody that came and then shook the cup, put us into a kind of
Confusion.
confusion. And then we started now, fighting against
One
each other,
another.
that one
and
another.
and and still we are now thinking that we are still in that confusion, even when we have understood the techniques and the strategy of the one who shook that bottle, yet we are still
Exactly.
in that confusion.
Yes, exactly. But we are thinking now positively. Why? Because even here or in the whole world, you have this generation of Greta Thunberg. This generation has understood that things will not continue like that.
Exactly.
And then we saw it also with the Black Lives Matter in America, how all communities, they came together and were fighting against injustice, segregation, and some other thing. So, uh,
And
what
just like what we are doing now, and then we are doing this is a very important work. This is a
exactly,
strong form of cooperation work and working together. Thank you
exactly.
so very much.
No.
I still want to stay on networking. How has networking profited you as a person and as a business person?
Yes, it's just as I told you when I was in our amphitheater. Uh, the first professor was talking about how business was going to work in 20 years, and I'm telling a story of 1996. So at that time, we were laughing. Uh, One day, another professor brought a television. He showed us how brokers were working in New York. So we remained only about, out of about 300 students, only about 10 remained to watch what was going on. Well, it was just like being in another in another uh, uh, world or something like that. Let me put it like that. So I came to Munich, and then I had also a professor in the German Chamber of Commerce that told us how we were going also to do business soon. So after he explained this to us, I then asked myself, wow, Francois, if this is true, why not trying it? Because people who know me, they know that I do always try many things. Sometimes I get, knocked down or knock out, but I will always wake up and do like the laser and continue. So I said, let me try if it is true. So there was this professor that came and told us that you can use natural ingredients, to take care of yourself. And then I said, wow, this is what my grandpa was doing. And then I also read a book of Richard David Presch, who said that the most tremendous things that have happened in this world is when you bring old things with new things together. Then I said, wow, that's great. So I went um, to the network looking for what you call Lohnhersteller. So I had one, and then went to his place for the first time, and then I told him what I really wanted. He said, okay, go back home, we'll work on that and see what will come out of it. So you won't believe it, till this was finished, I just met my producer only once for a deep conversation. So from home, I could design my product. From home, I could contact all the people I wanted to work with. From home, I also even contacted the professor doctor who was in charge of, taking care of cosmetic product that will come out here in Germany. Yeah. So it is from home that I did all this. And when I did it, my laboratory produced the first samples of Francois Visage, sent them to me. I was still sitting here monitoring everything. When they came here, I was lucky to meet a journalist that was somehow, surprised to see a young African doing what I was doing. Then avocado was not popular in Germany at all. This is a story of 2012. So she wrote about what I was doing because I told her that my grandpa, my grandma, they were the best. But what I'm doing now is even more better. And then people were curious. They wanted to know about Francois Visage. So I was still here. All I was what I did was just to write the invoices, to package all the products, and then to go to the post office, and people received their products. And now I use Facebook, I use Twitter, I use Instagram to let people know more about my activity. So that's how I'm having a great benefit from networking.
Mhm. Thank you very much, François Visage. My question would be now on the network marketing business. Now, what you said was a network in general, where
Mhm.
we network, we use the diverse channels for networking. Now, but
Yes,
we have the network marketing business.
yes.
Now, you have a product like you have. Have
Yes.
you thought of doing network marketing business for Francois Visage?
Of course, yeah. I started it even right from the beginning.
Very good.
Yeah, right. Started right from the beginning. Before you could purchase Francois Visage only via internet. That was via www.francoisvisage.de. That was the only sales channel of Francois Visage, only via internet. It is when a young African man at my working place, a colleague of mine that met me and said, Francois, what you are doing is not fair. You are doing something good like this. Why don't you go to Afro King and Ebony Beauty and then tell them that this is what you've done, that you would like to sell them there? Let African people, let people around you know that the person behind this project is an African man. So this is where when I started bringing Francois in some other shops. If not at the beginning, I was selling Francois Visage only via internet.
Thank you very much, Francois. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining this conversation. You are watching Francois Visage and Vera Sampon from the Sampon Global TV, and today we are talking on how can conscious networking increase and improve business ventures. And you just heard from Francois how conscious networking has added value to his business. You don't want to know about my own advantages. We have gained lot of contracts because of networking. For you who is here, ladies and gentlemen, and you want to start up your own organization, you want to start up a business here in Germany, and you want to know how it goes and want to learn the tricks, the tactics, and of course, get more details, make sure you contact us because we are starting up a business masters class from September, which will be a 3 months program. And with this program, we're going to coach you, we're going to give you the theory, the information, and we're going to guide you. By the end of the 3 months, you should come up already with your own organization in the area of convenience or passion or love that you have, and that you add value to other people's life while getting also value back to your life. So make sure you get in touch with us if you are interested to start up your own organization and you do not know how it goes. We will help you go through. For those who are always watching us on Mondays for the debate, tomorrow is going to be a special session. We're not going to have the debate live on stream on Facebook. We're going to have the debate on Zoom because we want to watch the full video film of the Africans. It will take us like 1 hour, 20 minutes, but you should be part of it. The link is also on our website www.sampon.socialservice.org. Just get them, register, or again, save the link so that you can join and watch together with us the full video or film of the Africans. So let's get back, Francois. I have been working like a social business woman for the past 12 years, and I can assure you that we have come this far with about 14, 15 personnels, with about 80, 90 volunteers, because we have networked with diverse people. And I know how networking has benefited me. But I also realized that many people, they know, they understand that networking is good. Nonetheless, something somewhere is holding us back so that we cannot really network together as it ought to be and come out with the best results. And you said it is because of, why do we not do that?
Just because our system of education just promoted individuals. One,
Because our system of education promotes individuals.
exactly. One, and then two, is also because of what I showed you last time. I said we have to jump over our shadow. You know,
We have to jump over our shadows. How?
yeah, to jump over our shadow is when, for example, you know how important something is, but the person you have to work with, maybe you might not like that person. You don't need to fall in love with somebody to make a great work with that person. And
Say
this
that
is,
again.
pardon me?
Say that again.
Yeah,
Repeat that again,
yeah,
loud and clear.
yeah, yeah. It's difficult to explain to even to your children or to people around you. But with time, they will respect you when you tell them that openly. You don't need to fall in love with somebody to work well with that person.
Hmm.
You have to understand that you are a team, you are doing something good.
I tell even married couples that love doesn't even make the marriage work again. We have to now start finding other strategies.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, this is another thing. But this,
Mm,
what I'm telling you, it is important because I read the book of a popular player of Bayern Munich. He's
mm.
called Philip Lam. I could remember when I bought
Yes.
the book, a colleague saw me reading the book. He laughed at me. And I used to tell them, people around me, that sometimes you can read a book that has more than 600 pages, but the most important information is hidden in one page. So in that book, there was something he wrote. He wrote that there are 11 players in the field playing for FC Bayern Munich. They
Mm,
all want to win, that is clear. But
mm,
also, any of them knows that the competitor or the person who in competition with him is sitting on the bench. So
mm.
if he does a slight mistake, he will be out. So
Yes.
they're doing as if they are really loving themselves, but they are all in a competition to
I
win.
like this.
Yeah, yeah, they want to reach something.
I mean, we have to start doing like if we love ourselves because of a particular goal. Is
Um,
that possible?
no, it's different. Yeah, that's why I say you have to jump over your shadow. It is unbelievable. When you reach that level, you understand how fair we all have to be in this world we are in, because
Mm,
nobody can reach a goal alone. Um,
exactly.
this is what many people don't understand. Alone,
Mm,
you can't reach anything. Yeah, you
that's
can't do
nothing.
anything. Yeah, I think it's one of your motto. We are here because
There.
you are
Umbucho.
there. Exactly. This is a very great motto of your television.
We copied it from Nelson Mandela. It's
Ex-
Mandela's motto from the South
exactly.
Africa when he was fighting against the apartheid. So we
Yes,
copied from him.
exactly. I
Mm.
didn't know that before. I heard it from you.
Yeah, so we just do like we know it, but we took it from other people too.
Exactly. Yeah. So
Mandela said that before.
exactly.
Mm.
Even this sentence of jumping over your shadow, I got it in Germany. Yeah, yeah. Du
Mm.
musst über deinen Schatten springen. So
Mm-hmm.
when I heard it the first time, I said, it's not possible. How can you jump over your shadow? It's not possible.
Mm.
But
Mm.
when you start now, maybe getting into business, working with different types of people, sometimes
Mm.
working with people you don't even share the same opinion, but you can be, grown up enough to listen to that person and to tell that person in a gentle way that, look, you are here wrong, you are here right. Although I don't like this or I don't like that, we can still work together. And then at the end, everybody takes his own way, because what is important in this world, is to find to get a kind of natural balance. That's why I used to tell people around me that, look, you don't need to like somebody or to love somebody to work with that person. Or when I sometimes coach people who are working with me, I say, no, just leave that person like that. You will not change it within 1, 2, or 3 or 5 minutes. Take the person as the person is, but tell the person that this is what we have as goal. So let us come and work together. Yeah.
Let us come and work together. Amazing, amazing. You're just saying what someone told me some time ago. Um, when she wanted coaching from us for me, and then the first sentence she made was, "I like to have to work with people that are my friends." That was the first thing she said. And then I was so quick to just respond because I said, "Oh no, I don't need to be your friend to give you the coaching. And you don't need to be my friend to be my client. So, but you can make use of the product or the service. If the
Exactly.
service makes sense to you, make use of it and forget the face behind or in front of it.
Exactly.
And if the service doesn't make use to you, you can leave it because it doesn't make sense to go get a service that is not adding value to your life. So this is just confirming what you're saying, that
Mhm.
we do not have to fall in love with people, but we
Yeah.
need to know that we can work hand in hand for a specific goal, for a
Exactly.
specific assignment,
Yeah. And it
and
is
then
even, sorry to cut you short,
it's
so
good.
that I don't forget. And it is
It's good.
where network marketing is even having a very, very important role in our lives.
Mm,
Sometimes if you don't want even to meet people or to join some people, you can
mm,
sit down in front of your computer, work with them, start a
mm,
business with them. You don't
mm,
even need to meet.
mm,
And then from there you can even grow up together. And then at the end, if you don't like each other, every person will take his own way, but so far you
mm.
can do something, to help the whole community or the whole world. That would be
Mhm.
very, 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 helpful.
Oh, thank you so much, Francois. We are taking today, take home message is that we have to jump over our shadow because
Yes,
at times our shadow could be a hindrance for us to achieve the very purpose for which we are called. And we do not have to be the best of friends to work together for a specific goal. Francois, any last words for the people before we leave this channel today? How can conscious networking increase or add value to our businesses?
yes. Just as I said at the beginning, before we had network, and since our world is still changing, and the changes are even going very fast this past 10, 15 years. uh, from network, we went now to networking, and from networking to networking marketing. And this is what is going to be in the future. So people around us, join us, join those who have been seeing this long time ago, or who understood that this is how things are going to be the next 10 years, because the growth is still there. Join people who are working with you via social media, via network marketing, and let us, help those around us to fight against misery and then poverty. And then, as I said, whether we like it or not, in the future, many things are going to be automated. When this automation will come, many people might lose their job. And when they will lose their job, they will need something like network marketing, at least, to earn money. All you need to do is just work on something, work with people who already have, for example, factories, or people who already have production centers, or people who already have their manufacturing sites. Work with them, bring new ideas, put them together, and then sell your your product. And at the end, share the money together. And this is what my team and I, we saw a long time ago. It was just difficult to let people around us understand that this is what is going to be the future. So join us, and don't hesitate. If you need any sample of Francois Visage, you can just go into in the internet, and then order one, or you can call me, order one. You will get your product as soon as possible.
Thank you. I got mine as soon as possible, and I'm going to be getting another one as soon as possible. Thank you very much, Francois Visage. It's always interesting talking with you. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining the conversation today. We had the conversation on networking and how networking, or especially conscious networking, can add value to our business ventures. And my guest today is Francois Visage. My name is Vera Sompon. I'm the host of the Sompon Global TV, and I'm always glad to have you as my guest. We meet again tomorrow for those who want to watch the full film of the Africans online on Zoom. And on Tuesday, we are going to be meeting as well, and on Thursday, and again on Sunday. Until then,